incredible players spawning in the bottom left-hand side in the red, representing Maus Sports. And Germany, it is HeRoMaRinE. And I'm going to swap my camera to Steadfast Cam. And Steadfast, you're going to walk us through the rest of this game.
Sounds good to me. We have spawning up in the top right position, the blue Protoss player from France, making a bit of a name for himself in this group stage. It is ShaDoWn, or ShaDoWn. I'm still not sure. I don't know.
I always say ShaDoWn because it sounds more fun with my like Midwestern accent. I can be like, it's ShaDoWn. And you get a little extra stank. You get a little extra stank on that last syllable, you know?
I think that's the way to go.
And I'm sure the French people are like, oh yes, of course. You want more stank on the second syllable because that's how the French language works. In no way the case. So Group B wide open right now. We do have two players who have been eliminated already, Steadfast. Braddock and Ziggy, unfortunately, have been knocked out. Not surprised really by Ziggy. I think he was a surprise qualifier. And probably the weakest player maybe in the tournament. So his 0-6 score, not too surprising, but still, for a guy who's not a professional, he's cool to be in this tournament. And then Braddock, I think, a bit of a surprise. Of course, Braddock is a very old school StarCraft player, and maybe a bit rusty, a bit off his game. But the other 6 players in this tournament, Steadfast, I feel like anyone could win this.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. The one thing I will say is I'm actually very surprised that HeRoMaRinE did not secure, not just that he's not sitting in a qualifying spot, that he did not secure a qualifying spot earlier. But that being said, this is such a tough group. There's so much PvP against Gerald, ShaDoWn, Petit Drogo, all of them extremely good PvP players. And then you have Uthermal, who is such a crazy aggressive player. HeRoMaRinE, who has made his name as one of the best players in Europe right now. He's really contesting for that.
That's so cool that we now, I mean, you know, Serral is probably the uncontested greatest player right now and possibly the greatest player of all time. But underneath Serral, there are like 6 players who could all in some way, at some point, any given week say, I'm the number 2 player in Europe right now. No question. And yeah, like 3 of them are in this group: Thermi, HeRoMaRinE, and Drogo. With HeRoMaRinE maybe fighting for that bracket fighting for that title every now and again. But what a crazy, awesome Group B this is going to be. And so far, it looks like we're going to be rewarded with some really long games here. HeRoMaRinE opening with a very standard 1-1-1. Look at that micro, beautiful stuff from HeRoMaRinE. And ShaDoWn opening Twilight Council into Robo.
Yeah, he will be going for that very, very standard blink. Now, the only question is how many gates behind this. Sometimes players like to go just 2 gates, take a very, very greedy expansion, just defend with the blink and really power on through. And sometimes we'll see players go for like the 4-gate blink, try and get aggressive, go very parting-esque. But it looks like ShaDoWn is heading towards that quick 3rd Nexus.
I think
maybe not.
Ooh, that little probe going north to scout. Looks like he doesn't have any money saved up for that Nexus. That's because just as we were like, is he going to drop the Nexus? Or is he going to drop 3 gates back home? So it'll be a 4-gate opener for ShaDoWn, which for blink play I think is, it's not a crazy 5. I've seen this up to 5 sometimes, but it's still pretty bold. I think your choice is mostly between 3 and 4 gate openers. But HeRoMaRinE already looking to put some early pressure on with a medevac drop coming out, ferrying those extra gateway bio units rather across the map for HeRoMaRinE. He's gonna have 3 Hellions and a bunch of Marines.
If he just elevators this, I am gonna love it so much. But he may just go for the push at the front. However, ShaDoWn is gonna see it from the back. Oh, that probe's so useful. And now with the War Prism out, HeRoMaRinE, he's just gonna drop into the main base with the Hellions and push at the front. Now we will see the Marines get mostly picked off.
Yeah, this is really exciting. Those Marines are nothing more than a decoy at the front of the base. It's just a trap, man. The Hellions are the real problem right now. 12 probes going down. Make it 14 probes. He is going to get cleaned up here, but 14 kills. He did lose an awful lot in the engagement. Looks like he took down medevac, 7 Marines, and all 3 Hellions. Steadfast, was that trade worth it for HeRoMaRinE?
Oh, that was a fantastic attack for HeRoMaRinE. But I was just going to say, he needs bunkers right now. He needs bunkers, he needs tanks. And I was just going to say, I would love to see a tank or a bunker on the high ground. And he is going for exactly that. But ShaDoWn, he is sprinting across the map with this 4-gate. I think he's just going to be pretty much all in. Only 1 probe being built This bunker, it's so close to finishing, but it is not quite. Okay, just barely gets up, but oh, the repair just in time.
That is
and HeRoMaRinE.
God,
So good. Sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. That is a huge mistake from ShaDoWn. Did you see that target firing down the bunker itself and not the SCV building the bunker, meaning the bunker completes. The SCV's out to repair. HeRoMaRinE is going to be able to hold here at least for a little while longer, but the pressure from ShaDoWn is not stopping Steadfast.
No, it's not, but HeRoMaRinE does not have all the SCVs repairing. Oh, he was actually out of money for a moment. Now, the blink back from ShaDoWn is a little bit costly right there. He loses a stalker or two, but the army supply, well, it is favoring HeRoMaRinE. He has a second tank out. The second tank, and if you can get a third one, is really the shutdown play here. Now, this Banshee, not all that helpful for HeRoMaRinE. What do you think about that choice? It seems like it was additional aggression, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on the Banshee?
Yeah, it did look exactly like what he wanted to do. Of course, there's no cloak for the Banshee and no cloak starting. He's going to drive ShaDoWn again. The War Prism barely alive here. He does snipe a Cyclone, though. A little greedy from HeRoMaRinE on that defense. Second Banshee out for HeRoMaRinE. Now he's going to send those across the map, I think. I think he's hoping to either force some more Warpins on the other side of the map for ShaDoWn to reduce his pressure on HeRoMaRinE's natural, or hoping to just pick off, an absurd number of SCV, an absurd number of probes rather. But ShaDoWn is not letting up this pressure, and HeRoMaRinE might be wishing he had those stalkers available. The tank unseats you. Third tank is going to go down. Nice snipe from ShaDoWn.
He actually has a lot of space to get something done here. This is a huge SCV pull from HeRoMaRinE. He wants to shut this down hard, but ShaDoWn, microing away, is going to be able to take out 7 SCVs. I don't know about using the blink right there. I would love to see a snipe on this supply depot. It is such a valuable target right now, and ShaDoWn will take it out. He's going to position himself behind the mineral line. Tanks are setting up to trap this, though.
My God, HeRoMaRinE playing this so well. Looks like he got a bit of lag in our game, actually, Steadfast. That's not good. Uh-oh, in a very crucial moment. And ShaDoWn's internet. Oh, no. We're going to go back to our interstitial screen. Hang on, guys. Whoa. In the blink of an eye, ShaDoWn has gone from putting incredible pressure on... No pun intended there. ShaDoWn has gone from putting incredible pressure on HeRoMaRinE's base to it looks like disconnecting completely from the game.
Yeah, and, well, in addition, we see on the other side of the map, there was that Banshee, that double Banshee getting a lot of work done. Already had picked off 6 probes. I think it was about to take care of a Warpin Stalker, and there was no shield battery. So ShaDoWn, very much cornered, and, well, we'll have to see, because if he did experience lag a little bit before this, we saw him kind of get trapped a little bit in the back there. I think this will come down to a little bit of a... maybe a referee call. I'm not too sure about this one.
Oh man, this is really fascinating. ShaDoWn timing out now. Looks like we've got one vote to... Oh, HeRoMaRinE is staying in the game, though. There's no referee in game. I wonder if I can talk in the chat. ShaDoWn has left the game. HeRoMaRinE technically takes the victory. We're going to have to throw this to the admin team to see what's going on.
Yes, that is, yeah, this is outside of our pay grade for sure. I think I'm just rewatching the scenario here on the stream itself. I think we may very well have a resume from replay maybe about 5 seconds earlier. The thing is, though, that would be so useful for ShaDoWn because now he would get a chance to deal with those Banshees a little bit earlier. So this is a messy scenario.
It really
there's
is.
No doubt about it.
Not only that, we had this situation yesterday where one of our players lost connection in the NA qualifiers, and due to one of the recent patches, some resume from replay functions are not working as intended, Steadfast. That game, certainly too close to call. It's not one of the games where a referee can step in and say, HeRoMaRinE was so far ahead, we can safely award him the victory there due to the disconnect. HeRoMaRinE's watching, reloading the replay. So we are going to get back into the resume from replay here. Are you in here, Steadfast?
In the replay itself, I am not. I will need that. Thank you. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to see what's going on here. But looks like ShaDoWn is not back in game right now. I don't see him in any of our lobbies. And I don't know if he rage quit and saw those Banshees and just pulled his computer out of his wall. Or... because yeah, as you said, so what was happening right then was that the attack was going on in the main of HeRoMaRinE, and ShaDoWn was doing fairly well. It's straight up 100% too close to call. But there were 2 Banshees in ShaDoWn's main base, and I believe, as you said, they did focus fire down. There were 2 Stalkers getting warped in. I believe both Stalkers were getting picked off, because 2 Banshees can beat 2 Stalkers if they start hitting them during the warp-in process. No shield battery.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure this game is, like, very even. Very even.
It's so difficult to say, because it really comes down to when ShaDoWn started having those issues. Because if he... I mean, he made the decision to go behind the mineral line, but if he had positioned a little bit more delicately and, 5 seconds earlier, maybe he gets a lot more damage done. As it was, at the time of disconnect, I think that most of those Stalkers were probably going to die, and he was going to lose a lot of probes back home. But if we go back even 5 seconds additionally, he can position his Stalkers a little bit further back. He can micro a little bit better, and all of a sudden, instead of, I think, HeRoMaRinE having a big advantage, I think we see ShaDoWn with a big advantage. So it will really come down to when that lag kicked in for him.
This is so crazy. Apologies if I'm not paying as much attention as I should. I'm not smiling at the camera and everything. I'm trying to check all... Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm checking... I took you off screen there for a minute. I was trying to check all the different places I could possibly check to get more information on what's going on. ShaDoWn... Okay, he's finally... I was checking to see if, like, he tweeted or if there was anything in the Discord about it. It looks like everything's fine, actually. He's finally back into the game.
Okay, good.
ShaDoWn is back online? I don't see him.
I do not see him either. He may not be in the channel.
Oh, he's not in the correct chat channel. Oh, right, he wasn't in the chat channel earlier. So ShaDoWn is apparently back online. We're going to get him into game, and we're going to resume from replay. And I'll be honest, Steadfast, I don't know what else to say about this game. We're in one of those crucial moments where, as a caster, I'm just used to shouting what's happening on screen because there's no additional time for analysis. And it really seems like it's pretty simple. If HeRoMaRinE can get damage out of his Banshees, he can take this game. And if ShaDoWn can clean up HeRoMaRinE at home, he should be fine.
Yes, I think... yeah. It's going to come down to, I think, when the call gets made. And even... I don't even know how it works. Where does it center the camera? I've never actually done...
It should theoretically put your camera back to where it was, because camera position is part of the replay data. So technically we should be right on top of those Stalkers. But I feel like right now, Steadfast, I feel like I'm in the middle. We have to rehost. It's bugging. Uh-oh.
Oh.
That is bad news. Anyway, I feel like I'm in a sci-fi novel right now, and it's a time traveling thing. And we're right at the moment where, like, the narrator or the main character is about to make a big decision, and it's going to take it onto one timeline, and then, like, 30 pages from now, he'll be like, oh, that was the wrong decision. Hey, MacGuffin, I'm going to re-timeline this thing up. And this is, like, if that were to happen, this is the moment our protagonist would return to change the future. Okay, so the replay was bugging, which is really bad news because, as I said, we've had some troubles with resume from replays. Steadfast, I'm text now. You poor thing, I'm sorry. I was trying to check Discord to see what the hell was going on. Yeah,
that was so bizarre. Like, such a weird scenario.
Yeah, so we've had some issues since the last patch with replays working correctly, and I know it's affected resume from replay before. We had one game in the North America series yesterday where a player bugged out, they lost internet connection and came back, and then they said, I'm unable to resume from replay because it's just straight up broken right now.
Oh, I need to get an invite.
Yeah. Let me get you in here, Steadfast. Hang on just a minute. Oh, there
Beautiful.
you are. You're in. All right, cool. And Maddox wants in as well. And
for now,
if ShaDoWn can't get back in, I don't know what I guess we just have to restart the game?
I have no idea. You can load into a replay and resume that way, I believe, right? Or is that...
I thought that's what we're doing now.
Oh, man, I don't know. I actually don't know enough about the... maybe I'm used to doing that with just 2 people. ShaDoWn hosts. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
ShaDown's
okay,
gonna
yeah,
host.
yeah.
He's gonna
Then
join. And
that makes sense.
Hopefully it won't be broken.
Hopefully we're all good. For now, do you want to talk about what's going on in this group itself? Have any of the games finished up yet?
That's a great idea. It looks like Braddock is 1-0 over Ziggy, but that's probably the least
Yes.
influential game of the day. We were talking on the NA stream. We had one of these games where both players have been mathematically eliminated, and we were like, you know what? We just have to see this as a show match. It's just a $100 show match.
Which is nothing to shake a stick at, by the way. That's nice.
On NA it's 100. On EU it's 125 actually. So that's the only game we have any results for right now. But look,
I did not realize that Braddock 2-0'd HeRoMaRinE.
Yeah, that's his only win. Oh, we can't. What a weird game. It was so weird. He went because it was like the very first game, right? No, it was in the middle somewhere.
It was July
27th.
Oh, June 27th. That's nuts. What?
I can't remember. I don't think we cast that game. I think we had Harston versus Ziggy. I think the mainstream took HeRoMaRinE versus Braddock. But Braddock's been playing some wacky games, Steadfast. He's been doing... We saw him open up. The very first Braddock game we had was on our stream. And it was Braddock versus ShaDoWn?
ShaDoWn?
Yeah, Braddock versus ShaDoWn. Like and he proxied a 1-1-1. Made tanks. It was so much fun. He's been playing some wacky builds. He's going mech against Protoss a lot. Just Braddock things. So, okay, we'll see what happens here. But I think we're good to go. Creighton, I got host. Oh, okay, sorry. Oops.
Okay. Yeah, so, he did the same thing versus Harston, by the way. Braddock with that proxy 1-1-1. And, Harston just shut it down so hard. He was just right on top of it.
Hang on, guys. 7:10. Let me check. Sorry. I'm trying to drink the exact time of the replay correct.
Yes, very important. Very, very important. Yeah, that's that was the thing that I figured would be the contested thing is when it actually ended. Because of course that is a very important piece of data.
Okay, 7:12 start. We'll start at the very end here, and we're gonna get right into it. Oh boy, game starts in 3. I'm gonna go straight to the live screen, even though it's not the sexiest screen right now, guys. Just so we can get loaded into the game perfectly. You still with me, Steadfast? Uh-oh. Steadfast? Steadfast. Shoot. Hang on, guy. Oh, shoot. We lost Steadfast. Uh-oh. Guys, this replay. This loading in from replay, I wonder if it disconnected Steadfast from... Oh my gosh. This has been a fascinating game number 1, y'all. We're currently loading into the game, and it looks like Steadfast has disconnected at exactly the wrong time. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, I might have to solo cast this game as we've lost Steadfast very briefly. What is happening right now? We're trying to load into game. Steadfast is just disconnected from my phone call. And oh my, everything seems to be popping off all at once. My internet speed is stable, though. The broadcast is still broadcasting. Okay, this is terrifying. Okay, so it looks like we've lost Steadfast. He'll rejoin the call as soon as he possibly can. In the interim, we're going to hop into game here. With HeRoMaRinE and ShaDoWn. As soon as we possibly can. The game's still loading, and maybe my client bugged? I wonder if my client has bugged out. That could be super fun. Okay, yeah. Okay, so, how exciting. How exciting. Guys, I'm just getting a note from Steadfast. I think his internet just went down. So Steadfast is going to be not part of this. And we're just going to solo cast. We just got to do the best we can here with the internet connections. Man, I cannot wait for offline events again, where all of these technical issues don't all stack up at the same time. We're loading into game, and I don't want to leave the game loading screen because I'm worried as soon as I do, the game will start and we'll get back in. Steadfast, you're welcome to join me anytime. Here we go. Let me reopen that call just in case, and we'll see what we can do here. Recovering the game now. Again, I think we've lost Steadfast, so I'm gonna have to solo cast this game until Steadfast can get back. Oh man, there's a lot of pressure happening all at the same time right now. An exciting game, an exciting broadcast, exciting technical difficulties. Oh boy. All right, we're recovering. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Should be getting back into the game very quickly here. If you're just joining us, ShaDoWn's internet went out, then Steadfast's internet went out. Pardon me, ShaDoWn's electricity went out, then Steadfast's internet went out, but now we are here jumping into the game between HeRoMaRinE and ShaDoWn. They were at about minute 7:12, and the game is paused. Oh boy, okay. And I am not... Okay, we're fine. The players will just have to go. ShaDoWn's ready. HeRoMaRinE's ready. We're gonna hop straight in, guys. Oh, and I've got the wrong overlay now because my replay overlay is different. Oh, of course it is. And they're getting in. Here we go. ShaDoWn behind the middle line right now, trying to pick off everything he possibly can. 11 SCVs have gone down. Meanwhile, the 2 Banshees on the other side of the map are getting picked down here. The Banshees not getting taken down, or not taking down those Stalkers in time. The Stalkers are going to deal with HeRoMaRinE's Banshees. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map here, there's a recall out for ShaDoWn, going back to his natural here. He's going to pull out of that situation, taking out 12 SCVs and only losing 6 of his own workers. The worker count now 39 to 40. With the army supplies roughly even, and that was unbelievable. What an anticlimactic engagement. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, and here we go. Let's see. We've got 2 barracks down for HeRoMaRinE. A 2-1-1 open for him right now. He's adding on a reactor to his starport, dropping down those supply depots. He needs to build those luxury high-rise supply depots so that he's not supply blocked anymore. Barely out of the supply block. Scans to pick off the observer. That's so crucial. Well done there by HeRoMaRinE. Meanwhile, behind this, ShaDoWn picks off a little scouting SCV, it looks like there, poor guy. And has the Robo down. Robo Bay on the way now for ShaDoWn. All right. Stalkers coming across for ShaDoWn now. Zealot charge is on the way, +1 as well. For HeRoMaRinE. He's got the stim coming down. HeRoMaRinE going into bioplay, adding on barracks number 3, and this game actually, after the initial aggression, looking like things are going to even up just a little bit. I've got an update now from Steadfast. It looks like his power to his internet has gone down, and he's going to be rejoining us very soon. Meanwhile, a little drop is going to get picked off. Nicely done there by HeRoMaRinE to pick off the warp prism there. Wow, unbelievable. This is just game number 1. We see the Robo Bay has finished up for ShaDoWn. The scan goes down from HeRoMaRinE. He does see that Robo Bay making the Colossus, so he now knows he's going to be up against Colossus play, sees the Robo Bay working away at extended thermal lands. So now HeRoMaRinE has perfect knowledge of what he's up against. That should mean he's going to add on some more barracks and eventually a starport, and adding on some Vikings instead of medevacs. Now that means that he's going to have a slightly lower army supply than his opponent, because he's going to have very stimmed Marines very heavily. He's going to push out and try and clear this location. 3rd base down for ShaDoWn now. 3rd base is still in production for HeRoMaRinE. ShaDoWn's income looking pretty solid right now. We can take a look at that income graph, and we'll see it's been bouncing back and forth between the 2 players, of course, over the last 10 minutes. But ShaDoWn should have a slightly sustainable income advantage here in the next couple minutes of the game, as that 3rd base is already saturated up. HeRoMaRinE's 3rd base floating over to the 3rd now, and I love this from HeRoMaRinE. He's got to get this 3rd base over and mining very soon, so he's prioritizing that over making an orbital command, because he knows he needs more sustainable economy. But just as that 3rd base for HeRoMaRinE lands, The 4th base for ShaDoWn is planted at that 12 o'clock position. Apologies, I didn't have the score up earlier, guys. It is 0-0. We are back now. I've been trying to update my overlay and everything. It's been an unexpected day so far. The drop from HeRoMaRinE is going to get spotted by these stalkers from ShaDoWn, but HeRoMaRinE is going to make hay of that drop getting spotted and still pick off a couple stalkers just to take advantage. One more stalker leaving that Xel'Naga watchtower as HeRoMaRinE moves out into the middle of the map. Fake warp prism from ShaDoWn. Oh, this is so smart. Look at that. HeRoMaRinE sees the fake warp prism. ShaDoWn moving it into the natural, and that should force HeRoMaRinE to bring some of his units back home. Oh, HeRoMaRinE not taking the bait, leaving a couple more Marauders back home, but I don't think he might have known that was a fake warp prism, as there's no real warp prism on the map right now for ShaDoWn. Scouting Zealot coming out here for ShaDoWn to try and see what HeRoMaRiNE's up to. HeRoMaRinE moving around the north side of the map. 3 Colossi are now here with extended thermal lance. This is going to be a very difficult push for HeRoMaRiNE. He only has 4 tanks, and he's got to keep those tanks way in the background so they don't get just overrun by the ball of units from HeRoMaRiNE right now, or from ShaDoWn right now. HeRoMaRiNE instead resieging, moving around to the north side of the map, going to take out this north 12 o'clock position, but a scouting Phoenix is going to see it coming. That should give HeRoMaRiNE or ShaDoWn time to move into position. ShaDoWn's Colossi shelling in from the back here. The tank's getting some shots off on the charge slots, but the Zealot's getting on top of everything here. The tank's now under siege. HeRoMaRiNE losing an awful lot here. All 4 tanks are going to go down, and ShaDoWn is going to defend beautifully in that attack. Well done by ShaDoWn. +2 on the way for ShaDoWn here. +1 coming out for HeRoMaRiNE. The upgrade's fairly even so far. We can see HeRoMaRiNE is starting to begin Viking production. His 2nd starport is finished up. He's got 4 Vikings coming out on the way. Oh man, Ghost production has begun now for HeRoMaRiNE, 2-3 at a time. Expanded shockwaves coming down. I'm always a bit confused when Terran players build this Ghost Academy outside their 3rd base. It's so unusual because it's such an easily snipeable location, and losing that Ghost Academy can really slow down your Ghost production, and Ghosts, of course, are so essential when your opponent is playing, especially with Colossus and Archons. Archons, notably, very vulnerable to that Ghost EMP. 3rd Ghost finishing up now. We see more Archons getting added on from the back lines here. Warp Prism is in the army now of ShaDoWn, who's posturing for a large attack on the 3rd base of HeRoMaRiNE. HeRoMaRiNE sending a scouting factory forward to try and get a little bit more vision onto the map, but he has not seen this move out yet from ShaDoWn. He can't tell that ShaDoWn is sharking around his 3rd base, ready to roll. 4th base established for ShaDoWn, and HeRoMaRiNE moving out at just the wrong time. ShaDoWn pushing into the 3rd base now, and this 3rd base is going to be toasted! Marshmallows, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to hop down real fast. SCV's trying to mass repair, but that just means the charge lots getting it on top of everything. HeRoMaRiNE sweeping in for the north flank. He's going to try and flank in here. He's not going to get the flank off, though. ShaDoWn is going to slip through that gap, forcing the 3rd base off, but not able to kill that 3rd base. And again, the mass repair going down on that Ghost Academy. No technology snipes, no base snipes for ShaDoWn there. HeRoMaRiNE successfully defending his 3rd base, but losing 6 SCVs in the fracas. Now, there are 4 bases down for ShaDoWn. He's working on a 2nd Robo. He's swapped into Disruptor play. He didn't lose a single Colossus. He's up 74 workers to 60. His income, way more than HeRoMaRiNE. His army supply, about even, but not too bad. And his army composition is so scary. Look at this units tab, guys. 8 Archons, 3 Colossi, a Disruptor, handful of gateway units, and a partridge in a pear tree. EMP goes down. Nice snipe there from HeRoMaRiNE, picking up one of the Colossus here. The Viking count very good, 11 Vikings. He hasn't overmade Vikings, but he's still keeping it real and forcing ShaDoWn back. That's 2 Colossi that have gone down for almost nothing. Luckily for ShaDoWn, he's got the 2nd Robo on the way now, and should be making Disruptors 2 at a time, but his Disruptor count very low right now. We are going to see one more Colossus. Oh my god, the Colossus barely makes it away. 5th base now down for ShaDoWn. HeRoMaRiNE investing everything into his army. He hasn't made a single SCV for a long time, and this could be the last fight of the day. These Vikings now completely useless as the Lost Colossus goes down, but a really nice EMP picking off a lot of these Archons, showing them down. There's a Zealot run by into the natural of HeRoMaRiNE going down the other side of the map right now. 18 SCVs have gone down, but HeRoMaRiNE doesn't need SCVs to win this game. He just needs army supply. Stopping the 5th base of ShaDoWn. ShaDoWn gonna push forward here. Archons to the front lines. EMP's blanketing everything. ShaDoWn's army supply plummeting like the stock market in the late 1920s. Disruptor shot only gonna get a Ghost and a Marauder here. That's not the decisive Disruptor shot that ShaDoWn needs right now. If ShaDoWn can hold, he wins the game, but HeRoMaRiNE simply has too much. The army supply way in favor of HeRoMaRiNE now. A great Disruptor shot picking off an awful lot. The landed Vikings tearing through what they can. Warp-ins continuing here for ShaDoWn as the Zealots are cleaned up on the other side of the map. Zealots coming in from the backside to try and flank HeRoMaRiNE's army here. HeRoMaRiNE losing a little bit more as the game goes on. ShaDoWn pushes forward down the ramp. 7 probes have gone down in the attack, but remember, ShaDoWn is so far ahead in probes right now. Liberators have joined the fight. The Liberators sieging up. There are plenty of Stalkers here from ShaDoWn. ShaDoWn able to get the Stalkers on top, and HeRoMaRiNE's army supply is starting to dwindle a bit. He's lost the critical mass of bio units that he needs to really make this work. HeRoMaRiNE trying to reinforce one by one the units coming across, but it's simply not going to be enough. ShaDoWn is going to crush the army of HeRoMaRiNE. HeRoMaRiNE's Medivacs forced to go out, and HeRoMaRiNE is going to GG. HeRoMaRiNE grabs game, ShaDoWn grabs game number 1. Wow, Steadfast,
Damn.
are you back yet?
Sounds like I missed quite a bit.
Steadfast, you missed an incredible game. And apparently my internet went down right in the middle of it, or flickered just a little bit in the middle of it as well. This has been a crazy day for internet and for power. We're so glad to have you back, Steadfast. I'm sorry you missed the end of the game. You'll see it in about 2 minutes, but it was a banger. What was really interesting, Steadfast, is that we loaded back into the game just as we lost you.
Yeah.
The stream seems to be back up, which everything is fine now. We loaded back to the game just as we lost you, and I kind of thought that game was going to end right away. Both players seemed really vested in their positions. So if you remember, there were 2 big factors in the last game. The Stalkers of ShaDoWn in HeRoMaRiNE's main base, and the Banshees of HeRoMaRiNE in ShaDoWn's base. ShaDoWn cleaned up the Vikings, or the Banshees pretty easily, and he recalled his Stalkers from HeRoMaRiNE's main, which means that the game sort of normalized immediately because the pressure on both sides of the map disappeared.
Equalized a little bit, yep. Yeah. Differential pressure.
Very nice, very nice. All right, so we've got game number 2 now loading up. ShaDoWn 1 game ahead of Mousesports HeRoMaRiNE in an incredible game number 1. Game 2 coming down now, and Steadfast, I'm so glad to finally have you back. I love solo casting, but man, as with most things in life, it's so much more fun with a friend.
Exactly, that is my thought too. And it's good to be back. Thank you for welcoming me back with open arms. And we have spawning up in the top right position of Everdream. It is the red Terran player from Mousesports, one of the longest relationships in in StarCraft 2 history. It is Big Gabe HeRoMaRiNE.
Very, very nice. And at the bottom left-hand side in the blue, representing, actually, who has ShaDoWn play for these days? Does he have a team right now, Steadfast?
I think he's teamless.
He's teamless. That's why it was throwing me for a loop. He's teamless, and it is our French Protoss player. His name is ShaDoWn.
In the blue.
Thank you.
It always makes me think of the, like, EA Sports intros.
It's in the game. He's in the
exactly.
blue. Nice, 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 nice.
ShaDoWn, by the way, playing for his spot in that 4th position.
Is that official? Were you checking the brackets as we resume from replay? Oh my gosh, you're right.
I think if he wins this match, he should advance in 4th spot. Harstum has the head-to-head, but ShaDoWn has the map score. No, I'm actually not sure which one would come into play first. So that actually could be the case. Oh, I'm not sure.
I believe it's map score and then head-to-head, I think.
Okay, that would make sense.
I'm actually not, as you said, I'm not 100% sure. But either way, this could be a great match. So ShaDoWn, if he wins 2-0 here, his map score will be 11-8, and there's no way Harstum can beat that. Harstum currently at 6-7, so even if he wins 2-0, he'll be 8-7.
8-7, yeah.
Wow.
So basically, HeRoMaRiNE has to beat ShaDoWn in the next 2 games in order for Harstum to be able to qualify through. And Harstum is up 1-0 in his series. So he's doing what he can on his side.
Yes, absolutely. This game seems to be going pretty normally here. Bunkered down for HeRoMaRiNE just to be safe behind the factory opening because he added that reactor on pretty early to the barrack. No surprises here from HeRoMaRiNE. Playing this game, or at least opening this game, very standard. Now, Big Gabe is a player who loves to go to the late game. He's not as much as Euthermal, where I feel like Euthermal's one of those players, the other player in Group A that's qualified in that 1st and 2nd place spot. I feel like Euthermal is much more easy to go in the early game, and he's not afraid to proxy 2 racks or go with a 2 racks opener or something to get that pressure on. But HeRoMaRiNE, I think, less likely to do something like that. More likely to stay a little bit longer.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say that HeRoMaRinE is happy when the game is decided by good positioning, good decisions, and none of those gimmicks from the early game. But that being said, he was quite far ahead after all those probes he killed. And ShaDoWn able to kind of drag it back with that Blink Stalker play. The resume from replay did come down, and the game ended up normalizing a little bit, which is a little bit surprising and very impressive from ShaDoWn.
Yeah, certainly a good clawback. Man, I mean, I know my casting gets worse if I'm interrupted by something or there's some technical problem or something. I can't imagine how much longer that, or how much weirder it would be to be to be playing and be interrupted like that. We do see a very early Robo Bay down for ShaDoWn, but HeRoMaRinE is going to sneak into the main base, and he will see that very early Robo Bay and even take 1 probe, 2 probes with him.
That was a really nice scout, and the fact that he got damage with what was effectively just supposed to be a scout is really great for Big Gabe.
Yeah, so this early Robo finishing up for ShaDoWn. Early Colossus, or is this going to be a Disruptor drop, do you think? Oh.
It is going to be that Colossus. I was actually thinking it would be a Disruptor drop, but it looks like it may be a Colossus drop. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay, I was going to say, he hasn't started Warp Prism speed yet, and that makes things very difficult, but he just didn't have the gas for it yet. And he will be going for that very, very early Colossus drop.
Yes, he will. Colossus drop, a very, very rare strategy to see here, especially in PvT, and I am super excited to see what he does. An early 3rd base here for ShaDoWn, who wants as many minerals as possible to support this Colossus play.
Yeah, that is pretty key. Now we are going to be seeing that Colossus load on up. Both players have gotten their 3rd bases. HeRoMaRinE went for that 1-1-1 into fast 3rd CC into that 3 barracks play, whereas ShaDoWn, of course, going for that Colossus drop into the 3rd Nexus himself. Now, will we see extended thermal lance start up immediately for ShaDoWn after this is done?
I mean,
I do expect so.
Yeah, almost certainly. He's working on Colossus number 2 right now. The first drop going down into the natural. I will point out HeRoMaRinE has gotten a very early Raven, so while the Colossus does take a couple big shots from the tank, that Raven is so useful because Interference Matrix, of course, forces the lack of a drop, and yeah, he's going to be able to force that a recall immediately. A great defense there by HeRoMaRinE.
Yeah, only loses 2 workers, forces out that recall. Now, of course, as we mentioned, Colossus very useful, and we already see that 3rd one on the way, so he does choose to cut the upgrade in order to just maintain that production for a little bit. He will start that, I'm pretty sure, as soon as he can afford it, but for now, he is going to be focused on not missing a beat on his robotics facility production, and he is going to go back in with this. That is very bold, considering his recall is on cooldown.
Very, very bold. Recall on cooldown, and the Raven is available, but ShaDoWn really counting on this micro to try and win him some early points here. Colossus drop is such a weird strategy because sometimes it, I feel like 1 in 100 times it actually does economic damage, and all the rest of the time it just forces your opponent to maybe build some more stuff back home, but doesn't really do a whole lot beyond that because, I mean, look at HeRoMaRiNE's base right now. He's got stim, he's got combat shields on the way, he's doing just fine. This really hasn't done anything at all. Look at that unit's lost tab, we'll see. Maybe a couple more early units lost from HeRoMaRiNE, but so insignificant that I don't think it matters here.
Yeah, it's you do commit a lot to going into this Colossus drop, so the fact that it hasn't gotten a ton done is obviously very good for Big Gabe. A couple more Marines do get picked off, but the Colossus does take a little bit of hull damage there. And, well, we are going to be seeing all 3 of these upgrades finish up at once. Very interesting that HeRoMaRiNE went for the single engineering bay with this. Oh, if he could catch this Colossus drop. Oh, man, that's a little bit uncharacteristic from Big Gabe. He didn't see it.
I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that he didn't unload to try and grab that one. But other than that, everything seems to be going fairly well. The fake Warp Prism. Again, this is the 2nd time we've seen that fake Warp Prism out of ShaDoWn. He did one last game, I think, in the resume from Reboot. Double drop from HeRoMaRiNE is the real story of the game right now. Shield Battery Overcharge not going to be available if there's no Shield Battery. And both the Artosis and the Tasteless Pylons are going to get eliminated here. That is a huge loss. Stopping +1, stopping Blink. 3 gateways depowered right now. This is a big win for HeRoMaRiNE.
I can't believe he didn't target fire down either the Forge or the Twilight. He had those. One of those buildings was dead for sure. That is so crazy to me that he did not decide to go for that.
Yeah, that does seem like an uncharacteristic mistake. 2nd uncharacteristic mistake we've seen from HeRoMaRiNE this game. Now, of course, he's already qualified, but guys, he's still incentivized to win these series because he does win $125 for every series that he takes away. So it's still basically a $125 show match for HeRoMaRinE, whereas ShaDoWn is fighting for his life.
That is pretty gnarly. We do see the scan come down. Funnily enough, that pylon with Blink did not get repowered, and that is going to mean this push does... Ooh, double interference matrix will disable these Colossus. Battery overcharge, shield battery gets sniped immediately. Force Field's doing their best to hold back this Bio Army. Meanwhile, though, in the main base, look at this. So many probes going down. Disruptors going for big shots. Looks like they did connect pretty nicely on that third base, but HeRoMaRinE really putting the hurt on ShaDoWn.
He really is. This dual-pronged harassment is so characteristic of his style. It's so rare to see HeRoMaRinE attacking just in one place at once. We can see him still putting pressure on the third base here. This drop in the main. He's going to snipe a Colossus with this drop. Man, HeRoMaRinE overstaying his welcome, but doing so in a great manner. He's now ahead in workers. He's ahead in army supply, and ShaDoWn is falling apart here in game number 2. This attack from HeRoMaRinE has been absolutely brilliant. 37 probes going down. Now ShaDoWn does have 4 Nexus, and he does have Disruptor Tech, so it's going to mean that it's very difficult for Big Gabe to break through. But he is still, even with just a very small rally, still getting a lot done. Yeah, it's so classic HeRoMaRinE. He's got 1 unit at a time, 2 units at a time coming across, and he's still doing massive damage. He's forcing these Purification Novas out of the Disruptors, and while ShaDoWn does have a couple Disruptors, he is able to continue those Purification Novas. It's not quite critical mass where he can constantly zone HeRoMaRinE out. We see HeRoMaRinE getting closer and closer, tantalizingly close to picking up this third base.
Oh, that's a big disruptor. Going to hit 2 Marauders, or sorry, 2 Vikings and a Marauder. But HeRoMaRinE is still going to be able to take out this Nexus if he targets it down. Just a little bit more DPS, and it will go down. ShaDoWn is going to be forced to tap out after that brutal double-pronged attack from HeRoMaRinE.
Beautifully done by HeRoMaRinE, and that is the Big Gabe we know and love, like the constant pressure, the constant attacks, the multi-pronged pressure, and very solid from start to finish. ShaDoWn opening with Colossus drop, a very unorthodox strategy, a little rare to see that opener, and I'm a bit surprised he went for it, to be honest. It's hard to get damage done with that, and especially against a player like HeRoMaRinE, whose scouting awareness is just fine. Anyhow, we're moving on now to game number 3. The series tied up at 1-1 as ShaDoWn is fighting for his life in this group stage. I will say, guys, it does look like finally, after a very unusual 10 minutes or so, Steadfast internet is back. My internet seems to have stabilized now, so we shouldn't have any more dropped frames. And with any luck, ShaDoWn's power will stay on, and we can power through this Group B. I'm going to check for any results here. Are there any new results yet in Group B, ShaDoWn? Or ShaDoWn, I just called you ShaDoWn. Steadfast. Are there... It's been a crazy day.
It has been a crazy day. I don't believe so. It is going to all ride on these last 2 matches. ShaDoWn, HeRoMaRinE. If ShaDoWn wins game number 3, he will advance on through, I do believe. Whereas if he loses, the winner of Geralt and Harstum will advance on through.
This is wild. This is so wild. I love the final day of a round-robin bracket, and Steadfast... We're in now to game number 3. This one for all the marbles. HeRoMaRinE playing for $125 and ShaDoWn playing for a heck of a lot more than that. Let's hop in to map number 3. It is going to be Ice and Chrome. LE.
And we have spawning up in the top right position. Trying to get his money on that 125 euros. It is the... Red Terran player representing Mouse Sports. Give it up for Big Gabe. HeRoMaRinE.
The biggest of games. By the way, our match, HeRoMaRinE and ShaDoWn at 1-1. I've just seen the Wikipedia update. Geralt and Harstum, also at 1-1 Steadfast. These last 2 games gonna decide the fate of these 2 players. Oh my gosh. And this player is the one who absolutely has to win this to move on in the blue. Currently teamless, it is our French Protoss player. His name is ShaDoWn.
Yes, it is. And, well, we did see him looking pretty good in that, well, really good in that game 1, able to bring things back. In game number 2, he looked okay. The Colossus drop did not get much done for him. And then HeRoMaRiNE's double drop just got so much value. Depowering those gateways, that +1 attack, The blink with like 8 seconds to go, ShaDoWn not repowering that in time. Then the double drop coming back in and getting like 20 probes plus the attack at the third. Just so effective. We are seeing ShaDoWn go for the cybernetic score first here, by the way. And, well, that's a little bit interesting.
Yeah, no buildings on the low ground, Gateway and Cyber in the main. I haven't seen a one-base Protoss in a long time, and I really hope I don't, because then the ladder is going to be full of them steadfast. But we do see HeRoMaRinE dropping down that natural CC, a little off-kilter, but that's fine. He's a Terran player. It doesn't matter where their buildings are. And he should be starting that out. Marine's out, and he's going to pick off that Scouting Probe. All in good time here from HeRoMaRinE. Skipping that Scouting Reaper, which is really interesting. Normally they'd call that a Reaper expand, but it looks to be just a Marine expand. Factory on the high ground, and that SCV gets a full scout in ShaDoWn's base.
Yeah, that's very interesting. It looks like it's going to be a Reactor Hellion opening coming down from HeRoMaRinE. Now, my next question for this, I don't think it's going to be the case since he's only gone for the single gas, but is HeRoMaRinE going to get a little cheeky and maybe go for a proxy starport? Doesn't look like it. Looks like the SCV is just going to go back home, but I would love to see proxy starport. Just toss it down right here. Sneak on into the main base.
You're not
Grab
wrong.
20 probes.
You're not wrong, Steadfast. Ice and Chrome is such a good map for proxy starports. I mean, look at the bottom side of this map for a minute as this adept comes across. If you have a second, there's so many little nooks and crannies. This is like a 4th or 5th base location that's hard to get to. And then this corner of the map, the bottom corner of the map, is not only low ground, but it's so far removed. You have to go way out of your way to go on the low ground in that map. And yeah, proxies can be so powerful. Nice use of the command center there, by the way. Since it's not an orbital command yet, he loaded that SCV in to save it. The Adept will pick off the Marine, but HeRoMaRinE saves the other SCV.
This is a little bit crazy to me that HeRoMaRinE did not go for a bunker here. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Okay, it's a full wall, so it's fine, but this is absolutely nuts to me. I cannot believe that HeRoMaRinE did not go for a bunker. He scouted the cybernetics core first. He knew this is crazy to me. This is the safest player, the safest TVP player in all of Europe, and he skips the bunker. That's absolutely gnarly to me.
Yeah, highly uncharacteristic. Of course, I think he saved it, wanting to get. He's got a Widowmine coming out as well as that Cloak and a Banshee, so he needs every last mineral he can get. The bunker might have set him back just a little bit here. It seems to me like HeRoMaRinE has a very, very tight build order here, trying to squeeze out as many army units as he possibly can early in the game. Look at that, he's down to 29 workers to the 37 of ShaDoWn.
That's pretty normal in this stage of the game. Normally, the Protoss player with that Chrono Boost is going to be able to get out a lot. Are we going to see a force field on the ramp? No, HeRoMaRinE is going to slip inside. And will he be able to get any picks here? He is going to get, at the very least, a scout. Will he get that probe? Yes, he will. Even maybe able to get another probe. Oh, getting cornered just before he could get a significant shot there. ShaDoWn has no idea about this Cloaked Banshee, by the way. And Cloak, just a couple seconds away from finishing up. Not done just yet. Oh, this probe. Oh, it picked up a tiny bit of vision. Now the Hallucinated Phoenix will see this Banshee. There are no units in position. ShaDoWn did not see it. And this is going to wreak so much damage. This Cloaked Banshee catching ShaDoWn so off guard.
Yeah, it really is. He's got no detection at all. This is really, really bad news here for our French player. HeRoMaRinE doesn't... Oh, man, I don't want HeRoMaRinE to win like this. I love Big Game, but I really hope that one Cloaked Banshee doesn't decide the entire fate of this game. We see the second or third Observer on the way out now, and I think he should be able to drive that Banshee away. Yeah, he's going to be able to drive that Banshee away. And now we see, of course, a little bit belatedly, that shield battery popping down in the main base.
Now there is that second Banshee being sent across the map, and that does mean you can kind of nullify that advantage of the shield battery. Just syncing up your shots. You don't have enough time for the regeneration to come through. ShaDoWn did build a very quick third Nexus behind this, so his probe count is going to be able to recover. But for now, HeRoMaRiNE's economy is looking very nice, and he's got that third command center very nearly done, going up into his 4th and 5th racks. And, well, things are looking good. Oh, okay.
Nice snipe by that Widowmine there, trading it nothing for an Adept. That's pretty good. I like the double Cloak Banshee still alive from HeRoMaRiNE. This is, not going to do a lot of damage, I don't think, but it keeps ShaDoWn honest. It forces him to leave some units back home, right? He can't move out with impunity and get everything done. Of course, HeRoMaRiNE is going to pop in. He'll see those Stalkers and move back out. But I really like that he's keeping those Banshees active and showing him every now and then just to remind ShaDoWn, like, hey, buddy, there's still danger. Don't go anywhere.
HeRoMaRinE electing to build a missile turret in the front, by the way, and that's he saw the Twilight Council, but I don't think. Well, he's seen the third Nexus, right?
Yes.
Looks like he just barely hasn't seen it, but he has seen
he knows
the
the
pylon.
there,
That
yeah.
should let him know that it was pretty quick. So a little bit, once again, a little bit more on the safe side. HeRoMaRiNE's just playing a little bit unexpectedly for me.
That's a great way to put it, Steadfast. I completely agree with that assessment. But this finally looks a little bit more like the HeRoMaRinE we know and love, pushing out at the 7-minute mark. Stim finishes up, combat shields on the way, +1 done, but he's going to get roasted there by some good force fields and those unexpected Colossus. That was a big win there for ShaDoWn.
Yeah, that was very good. We are going to see the Banshees try and pop on into the natural. They can pick off a good number of probes here. Only 2 Stalkers, not going to deal with them particularly quickly. Another 2 popping into the main base. Oh, this is so weird to me. I don't know why well, I don't know. You know what? He picks off 3 more probes at the natural, so that ended up getting some more good value, I should say. And he's actually up on 6 workers right now.
Yeah, that's, you know, every little bit counts here, and at this point, I think those Banshees not going to do too much more than just a little bit of pressure, so it's well worth it for him to trade out. We see the Forge only just now starting for ShaDoWn. That's a very late upgrade for him. +1, of course, being chronoed out, can try and catch up. I think HeRoMaRiNE's only on 1 engineering bay as well, so his bio will need to get a 2nd engineering bay and the armory, of course, very soon to keep those upgrades going. But right now, this game 3 seems very standard, very slow. ShaDoWn looking to put his first pressure of the game on HeRoMaRinE.
Yes, he is, and HeRoMaRinE does see it coming. Excellent scout with a couple of Marines that were very well placed. ShaDoWn does see this coming, or sees the army of HeRoMaRinE. Oh wow, the scan actually just narrowly caught that observer.
Man, I have trouble with the isometric view in this game sometimes. Every now and then,
yeah.
I just can't quite tell if the observer's in scan range or not, and that's a really nice snipe from HeRoMaRinE. Gonna allow him to rotate around the south side, and maybe if ShaDoWn thinks he's gonna catch him by surprise, not gonna be the case. Widowmine's moving forward now, means the Widowmines will be a little bit more effective, and HeRoMaRinE only has, 4 tanks on the map? 2 tanks on the map right now. I'd love to see him with a little bit more tank, but he's focusing everything right now on the Vikings to take care of those Colossi.
It is a very Colossi committed army. So I actually like this move from HeRoMaRinE. He's going to try and go for a collapse. There are some force fields, pretty nice, but they're not going to be enough to hold Big Gabe back. And he is going to get on top of these Colossus, takes 1 of them out, 2 of them out, and now it is just Blink Stalkers. There are Disruptors, but an excellent scan from HeRoMaRinE. Sees them coming, and he pre-splits very nicely. And he's going to be able to completely nullify that Disruptor. That Colossus stays alive with 1 HP. Oh my goodness, the Disruptor gets taken out, and ShaDoWn is on the ropes right now. HeRoMaRinE on the verge of taking out ShaDoWn and ruining his chances in this tournament of advancing.
Man, he even baits out the early shield battery overcharge out of ShaDoWn, and ShaDoWn running out of options now. The Viking is going to pick off that last Colossi, and then once the Colossus is down, we should see the Vikings land and start tearing through everything. There it is, the Vikings going down. HeRoMaRinE way ahead in army supply now, and it looks like ShaDoWn's chances are fading. To move on here in the next round, we do see a Disruptor Doll coming out, but the Purification Nova not going to find any damage, and HeRoMaRiNE's Concave is just too strong. The army supply continuing to drop. ShaDoWn staying in this game fruitlessly, knowing his tournament life is probably over.
Oh, that is such an unfortunate way to go out, but he fought hard for it. However,